Tony Beets, one of the most famous miners from Discovery Channel's hit reality series Gold Rush, has built a reputation as one of the toughest, most outspoken, and sometimes most controversial figures in the gold mining world. Known as the King of the Klondike, Tony isn't the kind of man to sugarcoat his words or soften his methods. From the beginning of his television journey, people warned viewers that Tony was unlike any other cast member, a man who demanded results, spoke his mind, and made decisions that often raised eyebrows. And over the years, those warnings have proven to be true in ways both fascinating and troubling. Born in the Netherlands, Tony immigrated to Canada in search of a better life and eventually carved out a fortune in the Yukon's harsh wilderness. His rise to success was not easy. He worked tirelessly for decades, enduring brutal conditions, mechanical failures, and countless setbacks. But Tony's grit and sheer determination helped him build a gold mining empire. Fans quickly came to admire his work ethic, but they also saw the darker side of his personality. On Gold Rush, he became known for his fiery temper, his heavy use of profanity, and his sometimes harsh treatment of employees. From day one, people warned that working for Tony Beets was not for the faint of heart. One of the most controversial moments in Tony's career came when he was fined for a highly publicized incident involving his dredge. In an episode of Gold Rush, his crew poured gasoline into a pond and lit it on fire as part of a Viking baptism. The stunt caused outrage among viewers and resulted in environmental violations. Critics warned that Tony's reckless style could put his entire operation at risk, and the incident cemented his image as a rule breaker who wasn't afraid to cross the line. Yet for all the criticism, Tony remains unapologetic. He has repeatedly stated that mining is not for people who play it safe. In his eyes, gold mining is a brutal business where only the strongest survive, and his methods, though sometimes questionable, have undeniably produced results. His dredge mining operations, once considered outdated, were mocked by many in the industry, but Tony proved them wrong by extracting gold on a massive scale. Viewers who ignored the early warnings about his unorthodox style saw firsthand that his bold risks often paid off. Still, Tony's no-nonsense personality has caused rifts, both on-screen and off. Crew members have quit his team, unable to handle the pressure or his strict standards. His family, who play an active role in his mining business, have also experienced the strain of living under Tony's intense drive for success. Despite these challenges, his wife Minnie and their children have stood by him, helping to manage the family empire. For Tony, mining has always been a family affair, but those close to him admit that his relentless pursuit of gold sometimes comes at a personal cost. Today, Tony Beets is both admired and criticized in equal measure. Fans see him as a hardworking pioneer who embodies the rugged spirit of the Yukon, while detractors argue that he represents the harsher, more exploitative side of the mining industry. Either way, the warnings about Tony Beets have always rung true. He is a man who does things his way. Consequences be damned. In the end, the story of Tony Beets is not simply about striking it rich, it's about the cost of ambition. He has built his empire through sheer willpower and risk-taking, but along the way, he has sparked controversies and clashed with nearly everyone around him. The truth is, those who warned us about Tony were right. He is not a man easily defined, and whether you admire him or criticize him, one thing is certain. Tony Beets will never change, and that's exactly why he continues to dominate Gold Rush.